Hi, Luminaires. How is everybody doing today? Happy Friday. It's so nice to have all of you here live with me. Hi. I am here today with Grace and Maitland, my two of the guides that I work with on a day-to-day basis. Yay! You guys have been so much fun. I've been reading all your chat threads. The happy toast makes you hungry. I saw it the other day. I was like, I've got to take a picture of this. It's hysterical. I didn't eat it. I couldn't. It was too happy. Hi everyone. Oh, hi Jamie S. Are you enjoying sitting in your car before we chat? Mary Lloyd in Colorado. Dawn, hi, it's good to see you. Oh, you like the glasses? Yes, I got some new glasses. Barrett's eating mac and cheese for breakfast and lunch. Hi, Julia B. Hi, everyone. Shannon. Hi, Maura. No, I do not know. Nobody is saying anything about the bee. It looks like it was the bee's little journey. It wasn't a spirit message. Hey, Skinny Robert. Nancy Garfinkel. And C3PO. Colleen the third. It's good to have you guys. I was chilling out with Maitland and Colleen the other day, and we were going over how Spirit has really been saying, hey, we know we said 2021 is about action, but hunker down, man, hunker down. And I kind of looked at Colleen. I was like, this is really good stuff. She goes, you could talk more about that. And I was like, yeah, I want to talk more about that because when I hear the word hunker down, as a Floridian, I automatically think hurricane season, like something else is going to rip us up. So hunkering down is going to help. So I have Maitland and Grace here to help us work through these questions of why Spirit is nudging us to hunker down. Maitland is saying hi to everybody. J Page rocks. Stuart, hi Stuart, it's good to see you. Hi Kendra. Hi Emma. Hunker down, Shelly Ham says, it doesn't sound good. So Maitland is saying what comes from hunkering down is an awareness. You can only look at the moment that you're in when you're hunkering down. She says, if I tell you it's manifestation season, everybody is going to start looking at the immediate future or the energy that is to come. And that's not going to make you very present. She is stating that she needs us extremely present. So the act of hunkering down is growing roots. And I thought about this. We had a conversation, Maitland and I, last night in a meditation. And my go to, I don't know about you guys, when you're like, okay, I'm moving through my day and I got a little glitch, like my go to thing is like, oh, take a breath. My mantra is deep breath, reassess, change your perspective. So I take a deep breath, I reassess what I'm in, and I change my perspective. I look at it from a different angle. And I do that by bringing like light down from the ethers. And I imagine it coming into the top of my head and dripping down all into my body and into my feet and like into the earth. Like coming down and anchoring, coming down and anchoring. So last night when we're talking, and Maitland's like, hunker down. Aw, Colleen Ziegler, I love that. Thank you. That when you're hunkering down, oh, I cannot moderate you. Colleen, when you type, if you love today's content, please like and share this video. It hides it and it tells me that I can show it or not, but it won't let me do that. I'm learning so much from YouTube. If you do like today's content, we'd really appreciate it if you just shared it. The more of us growing and being curious with this content, the more it's going to help us all. So I'm having the conversation with Maitland last night, and she's talking about the hunkering down, and I can feel my pulse going, okay, hunkering down, what's happening? Hurricane coming, what's going on? So I did my knee-jerk reaction. I grabbed energy from the ethers and I pulled it through my body and I anchored it into the earth because that's what I do. And it feels good. And I like it. It cleanses my energy. I feel, I don't know, I just feel more ready to hear the messages. Even if I don't understand them, I'm open to them. And this little cuteness is laughing. She goes, "Why do you do that?" I said, "Why wouldn't I? We have this ability to bring in higher vibrational energy that my body, myself can't manifest. I don't create that vibration, right? I've got my chakra system from root all the way up to crown, and I've got this particular frequency that my body can hand knit a sweater from. But the higher frequency ones, I don't have that access until I open it up and I call it in and I bring it in and I anchor it to the earth." And then she looks at me again. She goes, "But why do you do that?" I was like, "What do you mean, why do I do that?" I do that because it feels good. I do that because you're giving me a message that I'm not understanding the clarity on, and we're about to talk about it. And I want to be more present and aware. So I pull in the higher, and I tell her the same thing, right? Because you think that when somebody questions why you did it, maybe they didn't hear you the first time. So I just repeated the same thing. So I got the same response. But you remember this, right? Why do you do this? Oh God. I said, I do this because I feel better when my energy is heightened. She was, "Why don't you try this?" And I said, "Okay, what?" And she gave me this, oh, how do we explain this color? Um, ooh, dry cedar wood. Do you know, like when cedar is cut open, it has like a little bit of a tan and then a reddish tone to it, but really dry, crisp, not really saturated with heavy color, clean, and it had glitter in it. I'm not kidding. It was glitter. I'm not a go to glitter imaginary person. So it came from the earth. So she conjured up the energy from like the center of the earth, pulled it high up, pushed it through the bottom of my feet, this tan, dry, reddish, glitter saturated color, and rushed it through my body from my feet all the way up and excuse me, all the way up into the ethers. And it was like this, it, it made my diaphragm just kind of like clench up. And I took a deep breath and she goes, "That is a type of energy that's hunkering down." I was like, "Okay." And so I sat with that a little bit and I was like, "This feels really wild." My feet felt very sticky, like I could, lean forward or back, but I wouldn't topple over. And all these sparkly, like reflective surfaces running in my body and in my head and up and out. And so I sat with it a bit and she goes, "Okay." She goes, "Okay, now do this." And I was like, "Okay, there's more." My head had a really hard time wrapping around this. It actually kind of broke my head a little bit. Mary Lloyd, you know that statement. And she let the white light fall into my head, which is my knee jerk reaction when I'm trying to stay focused or be clear. Kind of just be in this path, man, being sensitive. I think we get that. So it was falling into my body the same time that tan, dry, glitter energy was being pushed up. But they weren't hitting each other. And I couldn't understand it. Excuse my language. Barrett, yay, thank you so much for the financial energy. It's very kind. She appreciates it. Maitland was able to show me that the rush of energy moving up did not impede or interfere or change the rush of energy being pulled in. And my eighth grade science brain was just like, I don't get it. If something is coming up, the same pipeline as something is coming down, They need to wrestle. There needs to be pressure. It'll misplace. And so my head kept interfering with the visualization. And she was so kind. You were. You were very kind about it and kept coming back at it like this, Jamie. It works. Let's not think about one or the other doing its motion. Let's just see it existing. So she got me to pull back and not want to analyze every movement and why it's coming in and why it's looking that way. Come on, I'm human. I have that logic brain. I'm curious, man. She's like, just pull back a little, just pull back. And so I saw myself kind of not in my container, but slightly up and down. You guys, I know you Luminaires have done this. It's trance-like state. So I'm up, angle down, and I'm seeing the light come down and the glitter light come up. And it was working. Nothing was fighting. I wasn't trying to comprehend or understand. It just existed in that time. And then Maitland whispers, this is hunkering down. This is hunkering down. I said, okay, I'm ready to listen. So Julia's sharing something like that happened to me in my early 20s, a long time ago. Shh, don't tell anyone. When I was in a deep chakra meditation, but it felt like I had lightning bolt come up from the ground through my body, and it was wild. Ooh, Kundalini rising, baby. Kundalini rising. She said, I stopped meditating after that because it actually scared me because the energy was so powerful and I didn't know what was happening. Yeah, well, I'm with you on that. Barbara's saying, hunkering down and this is happening. We're multidimensional. I love it. I am curious man. Hashtag. Jamie, you are awesome. Vlad, hi. What kind of energy was the upcoming energy? So let's talk about that. It was a core earth energy. It was like a liquid wood element, and it was an expression of the earth's vibration. Soil is in a wood element, an earth element. These are very intertwined, plant, tree, kingdom, everything of that nature. So Maitland said, this is hunkering down. This phase that we need, at least until like February 20th, while we are marinating, that's a good word, marinating in the Mercury retrograde. And retrogrades are not bad, even though they provide a unique energetic space to problem solve stuff. They're not bad. That up until the 20th, allowing that knee-jerk instinct to clean yourself, to be more present, to flush out the thoughts, to come from the earth up. Earth up. Ooh, Jan 5D says, feeling tired, so I sit in redwood groves near my house and appreciate being around. Man, yes, you do. Hey, Oriel. Everyone, Maitland Grace. Tune in and out because she's at work, guys. Shh. Hey, Shannon Bailey, who is totally getting ready to launch the virtual center and getting practitioners together. I am so pumped. I cannot wait to experience all of this. Deb, that's it. She says, I'm adding glitter to my aura today. I know. It's a really neat, I don't know how to explain it, like a silver, reflective, metallic, very elemental feeling in tiny little specks. February 20th, allowing yourself to pull from the energy of the earth. She has been working so hard. And Maitland is describing that in 2020, because we drove less, because there was less pollution, because factories were closed, that the earth got a boost of energy. Grace and I laugh about that, but to me, that reminds me, if you are a parent out there, or if you've ever care provided for a tiny animal or a sick child or animal or a baby, they kind of keep you up a lot. And you're restless and you're tired. And sometimes you just need that cat nap. You give me 15 minutes and I sleep and I wake up and I feel like a new person. Tons of energy and awareness. I can take on the day just from the tiny nap. Maitland's describing in 2020 the Earth got her tiny nap. And in that nap, she got so much energy. She needed it. She needed to heal certain wounds and tears in her energetic and etheric and auric field that we dance and play in and live in. But now she has it to give. So if we can reach into the earth and share it because she wants to share it and bring it up, this is kind of the texture and what it looks like. A tan, dry, oh, you know what? Kind of reminds me of the color of like wicker or Palo Santo stick, prayer wood. But it really, I guess, is like a dried cedar wood, is what it looks like. But just to give you more images. And as we pull that out and up, we're going to share in that energy with her. And we too are going to feel like we got that cat nap, that rest, that hunkering down, which allows us to store, collect energy, fluff, fluff, fluff up our energy field, fluff it up and feeling good. I mean, all of us, I think we're really looking forward to feeling more grounded, more secure as we move forward globally. You know, we're going to find in 2021, in the past, we heard a lot of like United Nations and the Paris treaties, all these kind of umbrella boards and situations of countries coming together to work for a greater good. But we're going to get more of that moving forward from 2021. And the talk isn't going to be about in those certain roundtable talks. It's going to be a global decision. When one country makes a decision, everybody else needs to be on board. So we are seeing a global communication now. We're just at the beginning of it, but we're going to see it. And the reason it's needed, oh, Vlad, thank you so much for your financial energy. It feels so good to receive. Thank you. So, to get some of this, Grace is saying, in this global awareness is because of the introduction of the multidimensional beings that will be with us. I have an old computer today working extremely hard. If you're hearing a buzz, it is the fan coming on to cool itself off. Ooh, Jamie S. has decided to dedicate herself to humanitarian work this year. Yes! I can sense there'll be a tremendous amount of self-awareness and growth in this. There will be. There will be. Hey, Kasha, how you doing? I love you too. Thank you. So here we have hunkering down to share the Earth's energy, hunkering down in this Mercury retrograde, which simply means be more aware of yourself and stay present, especially until February 20th. After the 20th, we loosen up a little. We gain some more freedom. We're coming out of the retrograde. We're coming into new feeling globally. We're coming into new leadership in some of the countries. It's going to feel more forward motion rather than vicious cycle. We're flushing out vicious cycle, and this kind of final is not a final Mercury retrograde. We have others coming, but this kind of shifting of the tides, really. As we're doing that, share in the earth energy, fluff up your energy, because as we move forward, you're going to need it. You're gonna need it. Jamie S., thank you so much. Thank you for showing up. Oh my God, thank you so much for the financial energy. I like being here. I've enjoyed our Friday chats. I would normally be over on Learn It Live, teaching a little class, but Colleen and I sat down and said, it's time, let's be more social. And so we are investing our time in YouTube on Fridays, just to have chats about what's coming up and what's happening. Are we being more sensitive to the energies now? Asked Jan 5D. And that is a resounding yes. Could you hear that? Almost hurts the ears. Ah! You notice my kitty in the background? This one? It's a beautiful card that somebody sent me, and I love it. So I kept it. Oh, I had another kitty picture up that my daughter drew, but I don't know where it is. Hey, did Maitland send me a sign today of 1212? Maitland says yes, Wendy, yes. Hey, Barbara. Hi, Mary Anderson. I love your emojis. Demi, you can feel that tingly sensation. Maitland says that's the earth glitter. Oh my God, earth glitter. Can we like hashtag earth glitter and just start sharing it? We're gonna write it here. Hashtag earth glitter. Share your meditation stories. Oh, Cosmic Gypsy, meow hugs. Thank you. I love your good kitty hug. So Grace is saying hello to everybody, and she's highlighting a little bit on what Maitland is talking about. Up until February 20th, hunker down. It's not because a hurricane is coming. It is, though, to gain more awareness about where you are, where you're standing, how you're moving, how you're navigating, and that requires a conscious, present mind in the state of now. Which means when you find yourself, Grace says, which means when you find yourself running in your head, oh, I need to do this, set up this, create that, what's for dinner, what are we going to do this, and then da-da-da, next week, next day, next. That's all future tense. She wonders if it would be more efficient for you, especially if you're highly sensitive as a luminaire, a person who shines light, to get a piece of paper. Go back to the great old paper, or if you're more modern, Colleen, she's teasing you, Colleen Ziegler. If you're more modern, you talk to your phone, set up a list, make me a reminder, whatever it is, you talk to your phone and it writes it down for you so that you don't need to rethink and refocus on the future tense words that you're trying to orchestrate and pull together. You can just put it down and let it rest. Oh, amazing. So Grace said this is going to free up a lot more time to stay right where you are. Because I like, Maitland says, I have homework. I said, you have homework? She goes, yeah, you like giving homework. And I said, because I like the word homework. It's fun. Now she wants to give you some. So if you're looking at feeling more connected to your life or less free floating, homework would be that up until February 20th, you pay attention to the subtle things that your physical body says. Not your mental, not the emotional body. She said, start with the physical body. And that would be, give me some examples, maybe. Her first example. Do I need to go to the bathroom? She says a lot of times people hold it and they don't go, even though they know they have to go. What would it be like if you just went? I know, it's true. I'm guilty of that one. I'll say it in public. Give me another example. Okay, when you're thirsty, to have something to drink. When you're hungry, eat. Don't wait. What would that look like? It would change up your schedule quite a bit, she says, but it would make you more present. And you would also realize that sometimes you're eating and you're not even hungry. You're unconsciously doing things that aren't supporting you. So you'll drop it and you won't follow through. So see if you can become more aware of your physical body up until February 20th, and then pulling in that tan glitter earth glitter energy up from the center of the earth in the feet, up and out the head. And also simultaneously allowing the white light from the ethers to come down like a waterfall all the way through our body and out our feet into the center of the earth. So now you become a conduit, allowing energy to flow in either direction. That this is going to beef up your energy so that when we launch into 2021 after February 20th, those things that you've been manifesting, says Grace, those things that you've been manifesting, you can pull forward. I'm ready to pull forward some of those things. Luminous healing. Hi, Kelby. Unconscious eating. Unconscious eating, yes. I do that. In fact, there are some mint cookies here that you wouldn't think an organic mint cookie could have a voice, but it's currently sitting in the freezer and it's going, Jamie, Jamie, come take a bite. And I'm not hungry, but my energy is listening, going, why do I need to take a bite? I'm not hungry, but it's there. Jamie, you think she was using you as an example? Could have been. Could have been. Yes, it's like a Girl Scout Thin Mint, but it's an organic one that you buy that's gluten-free at Whole Foods. Colleen purchased them. Oh my God, Colleen, you were just thinking about those cookies. What in the world? Why are they so loud? Why are those cookies so loud? Loving all the messages, inviting everyone to hit the like button. You are. Thank you for saying that, Oreo. And if you like the content and you want to know when we're going live, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It'll notify you when we're coming up. I do try to post earlier about when I'll be there, but sometimes it's kind of a last minute thing. Notification bell is really useful too if you are a member on the YouTube channel. We have 3 different tiers. You get a meditation, you get book club, and everybody in the membership gets the meditation and the book club. Book club, we are currently reading Emmanuel, book 1. It's a channeled book. It has a dear, close meaning to me. It was the first book I read that just woke me up, and then I would buy 5 copies, keep them in my car, give them to my parents, my friends. I'm like, read this, read this, read this. It's an easy read. It's poetic. It's open. It's really beautiful. So I'm looking forward to our book club meeting coming up next Wednesday. That's chapters 1 through 8, if you are here and you are in that. Second tier, you get the energy updates, monthly energy updates. And then the third tier, you get all of that plus a Q&A with Spirit. So we are having a really good time over here. Can you ask Maitland what color my aura is? I just did your meditation and all I could see was the color purple. Oh, Wendy. Are you doing the, I wonder which meditation you're doing. Over in trance channeling, we have everybody doing the rainbow meditation to help practice getting in and out of the body and going through the layers of energies. Maitland says, you're purple, white, and indigo right now. She says, it might be useful to put some concrete on your feet. She's teasing. Please don't put concrete on your feet. Please don't do that. So Grace was saying, when we come in to launch what we've been manifesting, Grace is reminding us 2020 was all this, get the energy off your back, pull the weeds deep out of your energy, the indoctrinated belief systems that don't work for you anymore, the patterns that you were doing that you really didn't enjoy, but that's life. I go to work every day. I eat this as breakfast because that's just what I do and I don't question it anymore. 2020 was all about questioning it. And now you know what you like a lot more than you did in 2019. So now that you have those likes laid out, it's really curious. What are we going to manifest with it? Grace says, a little more joy. So 2021 has a lot of action in it, but it's really putting into action what you learned last year. Opportunity is action, but you need to know where you're standing from. Where are you coming from? And this is that last bit of what Maitland is saying, hunker down, fluff up your energy, know where you're coming from. And it's got to be rooted in the present right now. That it needs to be so natural, Grace says, that when somebody asks you a question, you don't blurt out an answer. You actually breathe. Who am I right now? And this is my answer right now. And it's not based on what you did yesterday. It's not based on what you believed in when you were 6 or what you were tethered to energetically when you were 9. You're answering from right where you stand. I'm in for that. Shelly Ham, thank you very much for the energy. Grace and Maitland, this is from Shelly. Grace and Maitland, thank you so much for all the help you give me every day. Jamie, thanks for just being you. I really appreciate that. I like being me. I like it a lot. It's taken me a long time to get here. Can't tell you how many years when people ask me, what do you do? I bag groceries. That was a go-to, I would like to say. Then when I was a massage therapist, I kind of tell people I was a massage therapist, but then that led to more questions about work and not about me. I definitely wouldn't tell people I was psychic or could see dead people. Mm-mm. Half of them would walk away back then. Now, the majority of people would go, really? Tell me more. So I'm fully into it, hot and heavy, like being who I am. Jamie S. says, thank you, Grace. I don't breathe before I answer. It's great advice. And she said, yes. She's, she's so pretty. I love that accent too, man. She looks forward to having the majority of people on Earth that when they're making decisions, when they're being presented with the opportunity, which is every second a growth, that it's done based on all the energy that's alive in them in the moment, not the old energy that they're carrying from a memory or in the past, and not some wishful energy that they're trying to manifest or call to them. Because even that, she says, can lead you down a dark road. You know, when you're manifesting, you do want to connect to the possibility of the outcome, but to live in it falsely creates a very weak foundation, and you can find yourself flailing, it's a good word, flailing and falling. What does Grace look like? So this is interesting. I've seen Grace two different ways. She always wears white. That has never changed since the first day that I met her. And when I met her, it was like being in the presence of just a pure being of light, like angel. It would make my heart stop. Like, she's here. And because she was so proper and so elegant and said the most, oh my God, just profound. It would knock me off my chair every time in meditation. And it was just like, oh my God, I put her up on a pedestal. Not the best thing. Don't suggest that for anybody. And I didn't let her naturally form into who she, is. And then slowly throughout the years, she's just come into this funny, pleasant, lovely woman. You just hear so much about her history and family. She's so present for you when you're with her. She has this oval face, very clear skin. Sometimes when I see her, her eyes look darker. I know that they're not blue. Sometimes they have a green tint. Oh, like hazel. Sometimes it's like a greenish. Sometimes it's like a brownish color. And that just changes just a little. Light brown eyebrows. And this straight, long, like gorgeous brown hair. Sometimes I'll see her hair being a lighter hue, almost like a light brown golden color. But it's silky looking and it's long. I know it's long. I've seen it down. Sometimes I'll see her and she'll have it up. I don't know how she does it. To me, it looks like sorry. To me, it looks like a wig. I'm sorry, because the hair is full and thick, and my hair is not like this, and so it will bellow in the back, and it's like has cones in it, and so it's full. But her face shape and body, she's a little bit taller. She's a thin woman, like just kind of straight up and down. That all stays the same. The Caucasian smoothness of her skin, more towards a paler white than a tan kind of a color. That's what Grace looks like to me. I love to know how she shows up for you because I know these guys show up for you. They don't necessarily always look the same, too, which is interesting. No LB! Thank you so, so much for the energy, love. I will definitely say hello to Eric. And because you're written down, it went straight to him. That we were talking about him earlier, too. Jessica, thank you so much for the energy, love. It's much appreciated. I really thank you. I'm honored. Um, Second that emotion. Do regular people become angels and they get promoted to master angels? Is this even a thing? Marguerite, we can just go ahead and let's just get a drink while we talk about this because I'm curious about this too. From what I understand, cheers everybody. Big Reds here, have a drink. Still nursing my hot decaf coffee from this morning. From what I understand, angels are entities that haven't incarnated to Earth. They haven't dropped their vibrations to come to this 3D. They can merge, see, sense, help, guide. In true sense, I mean, angels are multidimensional beings, they're aliens. So, in that essence, yes, they can incarnate as people, and yes, we could possibly incarnate as angel. Maitland is chiming in. Maitland said when she crossed over in her Maitland existence that she worked with Archangel Michael and she wanted to be an angel so bad. I know you did. And she mentored with him, like worked with him. And she thought for certain she would get wings because that's what she was taught angels were, or maybe just like even a sticker or a little, what do you call them? Like on the airplane when you get the wings, the little pin. She goes, you get nothing. You get nothing. So big disappointment for her that she didn't cross over and become an angel. But she did become a guide to many. And she has a active choice of not focusing on her incarnations and focusing on her higher consciousness of Maitland to provide healing guidance for those who are still in this dimensional plane. And it's something that she really enjoys and cares. And you do it really well, Maitland. Oh, I just got really emotional. I just had this thought that I've been with her for so long. I mean, these guys, they're family, honestly. It's very interesting. I was joking with Colleen that, there are some things that I do and I go, oh my God, that's very Maitland. It's like you look at your spouse or your best friend that you've been with forever, you kind of take on their attributes and you see yourself in them and vice versa. Like that happens with me and the spirit team. Like we've been together for so long. Curious to know if that happens for you. So Maitland says, though she doesn't have wings, she considers herself an angel, though her vibration is a transitioned earth being. So, Marguerite, you're going to have to decide for yourself. Angels, multidimensional beings, aliens, yes, they can incarnate, but when we observe them for where they are, they're in a completely different playing field than people on Earth. Kiara, hi. Oh, that's so sweet. Maitland, you will always have wings in Mary Lloyd's eyes. She's got her arms up. She goes, yay! Huh. Oh, Shelly. Maitland is so sweet like that. We were talking about the difference. If you want to know more about Maitland, we have a great episode. Oh my God, we do. We have a great episode about her and the history on the Lighter Side Network. We're pulling over the Lighter Side episodes and putting them up on YouTube to become more accessible. And a lot of that content is so alive for right now. And that episode with Maitland is one of them. There's one with Grace too. We were joking in class today over in Learn It Live how Maitland's pranks are so different from Eric's pranks. Eric Meadows is a guy who's transitioned, oh my goodness, 10 years ago? He was in his young 20s. Oh, he's like sailor talk and silly and kind of like such a youthful boy sprite kind of an energy. He is so dedicated to waking people up and helping them, and sometimes he does them in the most oddest of pranks. It's like when Maitland is pranking you, it's this sweet little feeling. And my friend Marta put it together. When Maitland's pranking you, it's a little girl pranking you. If you don't get scared from it, your heart rate doesn't go up, you're like, okay, what's happening? Maitland will lock you out. She locks a good door, even if it's a deadbolt that has to have a key. She can do that. She'll hide your keys. She'll hide your earrings. She'll do like little things like that just to keep you on your toes. And it's always like this, what, what happened? And then you go to look for it and you come back and then the earring is back, the keys are back, the door's unlocked, all these things. And you're just like, Maitland, it's just a silly, cute feeling. And then when Eric pranks you, it's like panic. He has made me panic. I have ran out of the house thinking the oven was about to explode. I have screamed. I have hunted for a dead animal because I could smell it. I mean, it was so fiercely strong. And it's like I have these thoughts that when I get over there and I see Eric's face, after I hug him, I'm probably going to give him a good punch in the arm, just like a pow. Like, you son of a, you have revved me up and scared the crap out of me so much. And I know he'll just laugh. And that's his essence. It's like being pranked by a teenage boy, like this mischievous, deeply loving entity. So we were laughing today, the difference between a Maitland prank and an Eric prank. Yes, Sheldon, right? Eric is hardcore. He waits a little too long before he lets the prank up. Doesn't he? Oh my God, that is such a true statement. I looked for that dead animal in my house forever. It was rotten. It was a horrible smell. Once my husband came home, I was like, you have got to help me. He couldn't smell a thing. And he kept looking at me like it was all in my nose. I was like, come on, man. I was like, it's not. And then I would take him back down again and it was just gone. All gone. Never found anything. He can be annoying, but it's so touching. Vlad's computer screen, writing gently, jumped a couple of times the other day. We're wondering who it was. And Maitland goes, I can write jump. Did you write jump on his computer? She's nodding her head. That's so funny. Oh, yes. Grace was going back and wondering if anybody had questions about the statement of hunkering down, understanding where you're coming from, where to pull your energy in. It sounds very esoteric, but this February is kind of our last solid time to slow down before the year of action is applied. So it's like a sweet energy vacation, full of earth glitter energy. I got it. And Grace wanted to know if you understood or had any questions. She's always so very thorough about that. Sheldon says, Eric hid my mouse from me to the point where I was about to order a new one. And then Sheldon, I bet right when you were about to order a new one, he gave it back to you. Thank you. Vlad said he loves you, Maitland. She said, I love you, Vlad. And B, I opened up a box the other day. Thank you so much for the catnip for Umi. If and when he returns, he is definitely getting that, though my other kitty, Aloha, is so happy to have it. And the herbs and the violet tea, just, it was so, so sweet. I cannot wait to have some. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I burst out in tears when I got your package. The love you send is just so, it feels good having you Luminaires out there. We definitely, community is, it's just so wonderful. We're not alone. Talk, share, reach out, feels so good. Marta says, any homework from Grace? And Katie P said, so hunkering down is really about self and values. So Maitland says, hunkering down into self is about values, but more about building up your energy. And Grace says, about staying conscious. Maitland says, she's like raising her hand. Remember, my homework is about paying attention to the physical body. So Marta Grace says, She agrees with Maitland's homework. Before we're launching into activity, going into higher mental states, higher esoteric, higher heart energy, we've got to get right with our instrument, our body. So let's do just a body oneness, a body awareness till the end of February. Hey, body, what do you need? You got some allergies? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me figure this out. Your heart is racing. Why is that happening? Is that because of the body, the nutrients, the chemicals, or is it because of my anxiety? Hey, body, you need to use the restroom. Go to the restroom. That was Maitland's. Hey, body, you're tired. Go to sleep. I'm going to give you some extra sleep. So Grace is highly agreeing with the stay away, aware of your physical body and its language and needs, so that coming into March, when it's time to apply everything that you've been learning and growing with, easy sailing, opportunity, joy, all of it. Holly asks Grace, is it normal to feel a little agitated? Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And when that agitation comes, she says, take a deep breath and ask to see the root cause. And she says, you are allowed to ask that question with any emotion and any thought and any reaction that you have. You can already hear my voice getting soft. When I talk with Grace, it's so funny. She's so soft spoken and so like elegant. Okay, so she says, you have the right to ask, what is the root cause? Why do I feel this way? And let your body show you, whether it's with a picture, an instant knowing, a highlighted vision. Like if you're looking through a book and you're like, what is that? I need to learn about that. Follow that down the rabbit hole. Alex! Maitland, Alex is thanking you. Maitland, thank you for visiting me and my sister. Alexis, no problem. Yes, no problem. Moni, Maitland gave me some wonderful messages the other day through Mary Lloyd. It was awesome. Thank you so much, Maitland. Love you bunches and bunches. And she's blowing you kisses. She says, I love you bunches and bunches. She's like smacking both hands out. She's so cute. Maitland covers this topic more in detail. Oh, yes, in this month's energy update. So if you are a YouTube member in the second tier or higher, check out the energy update. Maitland does go in more detail. Mandy says, I've been sleeping so much. Yeah, it's good sleep. I've been wanting that. I took 2 naps this week. Took like a shower in the middle of the day after I was like done with work. It was weird. Then just went straight to bed like some little zombie. Felt wonderful. Just pay attention to what the body needs. Colleen, again, Ms. Ziegler, when you say we're adding more Maitland and Grace videos to the Lighter Side Network's YouTube channel, we'd love for you to check them out. It does not post. It actually hides it on the chat thread, but it won't let me show it to you. I read it for you though. Marta, going to bed early, sleeping more. Mix, what are your thoughts on black magic and how to reverse it? Black magic requires a lot of belief in it, a lot of belief. So if you have your belief rooted in that spell, rooted in that curse or anything of that nature, like whatever the words are, then your energy is going to play it out big time. So you have to look at how susceptible are you through your belief system for black magic. I have seen people who fully believe in it try to spell, curse, or lay energetic vibrations and boundaries around somebody who doesn't believe in it at all. Didn't freaking touch them. This person came to me very upset. They've done all these things, and they're really trying to manipulate this person's energy, but this person says it's cuckoo, wah wah, not gonna, whatever. Do your worst. Nothing. So then we had a long conversation of why is this person, why are you trying to do this? You cannot change, morph anything, and really look at it. I believe people with the focus on the black magic rather than the white magic, which is raising the vibrations and easing the pressure in the global humanitarian viewpoint. The black magic is the reverse. It's the containing. It's like what 2020 did to us. Limited. It pulls away, confuses, fogs up decision making, feeling. It's a destructive where you're saying, I don't want you able to have access to all these vibrations. And so my thought is, what makes you God? What is your decision greater than theirs? It makes no sense. So I instinctively know that we as individuals are extremely powerful, especially into ourself. Right? It's the same thing with 5D, 5G. Um, Colleen, you posted it again and it won't work. Try to write it in a different way. It's pretty funny. Um, so yes, if you believe in it, it's going to manifest with you, and then you're going to have to work through those belief systems of why you instinctively give power to somebody else's thoughts and abilities, and more than investing it into your own, because we can block and remove anything that doesn't work for us. It's as we enlighten into this shift and into this change, we're really going to be seeing that. And it's not going to be like a war thing, your thoughts versus my needs. We're not going to be fighting. One person might create turmoil for themselves, but it's not going to create an imbalance in somebody else's life because we're instinctively stepping into the 2021, moving forward, this action of internal greatness and power, not egocentric, but energy centric wise. It's different. We'll figure out our footing as we go. Is there a time limit on hunkering down? Maitland's talking about hunkering down to around February 20th. The end of February is what Grace says, but she's holding on to the 20th. Any mantras to help us not as susceptible? Yeah. You can create mantras around, my favorite one is I get a candle and I look at the flame and I say, I see the light. And I chant that for as long as my body can feel it. I see the light, 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 just again and again and again. And then I change it to the light is in me. The light is in me, the light is in me, the light is in me. And I'm still focusing on the candle. It's a monotask. Mantras are monotasking. So then after I'm full with that statement, I change to I am the light. Each and every one of us on earth, plant wise, animal wise, insect wise, people wise, we are the light. And we can choose, not subconsciously, consciously choose to create our light and what it engages with and what it's susceptible to. So I like that one the best. Love the light meditation, right? Oh God. It's one of my favorite. It just cracks me open every single time. You are so welcome, Mix. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for chilling with me and hanging out, having these conversations. We will be focusing mostly here on YouTube. We used to have a Be Live to where it showed up on Facebook and YouTube, but there were some glitches there and it was really rough to manage getting disconnected. And when we're highly sensitive and you're working with a lot of technology, it makes a lot more room for error, doesn't it? You guys find out your light bulbs, your watches, your phones, your computers glitching and fritzing. Yeah, welcome to high frequency living. You guys are awesome. Remember, this is not woo woo, it's true, true. If you like it, please share with others. If you enjoy the conversation, let us know what you think about it. Are there other topics that you would really like to hunker in and get down with? Because I hope to be here next Friday around 1 ish. No, is it 1 ish? Yeah, 1 to 2. And we'll just chill out, talk about some things. My feeling is that the more the merrier. Please share it. The more people who acknowledge and raise their vibrations, the more it's just helping all of us. It is community over competition. It's not about being better anymore. It's not about being on the top of the ladder and making the most money. It's about looking at humanity and being the best version of yourself. So if you feel like you can help somebody else along the journey, do so. Share the content. Get curious. Choose happiness. We're going to be all right, guys. In fact, we're going to be better than all right. I'll see you next Friday. Take care of yourselves. Maybe I'll see some of you in Reiki level 2 tomorrow. I'll be teaching online. There's still plenty of time to sign up. It's from 10 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You need your Reiki 1 level already achieved. I'll be teaching level 2. And then, of course, we'll be doing that again later in the year. But the Reiki Mastership happens March 6th, that weekend. So if you'd like to get your master level in Reiki and you haven't done so, join me. I like to have a lot of fun with that too. You guys are awesome. Skinny Robert, you're so funny. Thank you. No LB, thank you for being a bright candle in my dark room. Oh my God. Just want to squeeze you. Squeezing you. God in Florida, hashtag 420. Not yet, but yes. Holly, I love you too. Thank you. Julia, I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, I will. Timmy, you're so welcome. Akiba, X's and O's, and sunbathing. That's awesome. Kiara, much, much love. Give Italy all my hugs, please. Wendy, Wendy tells you thank you. She's going with the kisses with you again, Wendy. Thank you, Shelly. I'll have a great day. It's a great day being here with you guys. Just sets my tone for the whole weekend. Bye, Marta. Take care, everyone.